Welcome to a journey unlike any other. A journey not through space, but through sound. A journey not requiring movement, but absolute stillness. Tonight, you will travel to the edge of the world, to that timeless place where earth meets water, where the ancient conversation between land and sea has continued for billions of years. You are about to spend the next 7 hours in the company of ocean waves. Not as background noise, but as a companion, a guide, a teacher. These waves have something profound to tell you, secrets about your own mind, about why this particular sound has the power to unlock the deepest rest you've ever known. For thousands of generations, human beings have fallen asleep to the sound of water. Our ancestors slept beside rivers, near waterfalls, on beaches under star-filled skies. The sound of waves is written into your DNA, embedded in the oldest parts of your brain, parts that remember when your species was young and the ocean was the boundary of the known world. Tonight is not about forcing sleep. It's not about trying or striving or achieving anything at all. Tonight is about remembering how to let go. Remembering that you are part of nature, subject to the same rhythms that move the tides, that cycle the moon, that turn the seasons. You are not separate from these forces. You are woven into them. As we journey together through these 7 hours, you'll discover why ocean waves calm the brain in ways that nothing else can. You'll learn about the science, the frequencies and rhythms, the neurochemistry in brain waves. But more than that, you'll experience it. You'll feel your nervous system downshift. You'll sense your thoughts beginning to dissolve like foam on water. You'll notice the exact moment when effort gives way to surrender. This is a story told in waves. Each wave bringing you a gift, a fact, an insight, a moment of peace. But unlike most stories, this one has no plot, no conflict, no problem to solve. This story simply flows, like water itself, always moving forward, always returning to the same essential truth: you are safe, you are held, and it is time to rest. Over the next 7 hours, the words will gradually fade. What begins as a narrated journey will slowly, gently become pure experience. By the end, there will be only the waves and your breath, moving together, until even the distinction between them disappears. You won't notice when this happens. You'll be far too deep in sleep. So settle in now. Adjust your pillow one last time. Find that position your body knows is right. Let your weight sink into the mattress beneath you. Feel gravity holding you, the way the ocean floor holds the water above it, completely, effortlessly, without strain. There is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to do. No one is asking anything of you. For these 7 hours, you are released from every obligation except one: to rest. To let the waves carry you. To trust the journey. The ocean is patient. It has been making waves since before the first human drew breath, and it will continue long after we're gone. It can wait for you to release the day. It can wait for you to stop trying. It can wait as long as it takes for you to remember that sleep is not something you do, it's something you allow. Are you ready? Then let us begin. Close your eyes and imagine standing at the edge of the world, where land meets water, where the ancient rhythm of the ocean begins its eternal dance. Tonight, we'll explore why this sound, this endless rise and fall, has the power to quiet your mind and carry you gently into sleep. The waves before you are not random. Each one follows the last in a pattern so reliable that your brain recognizes it instantly. This is called rhythmic auditory stimulation, and it's one of the oldest lullabies known to humanity. For millions of years, our ancestors fell asleep to sounds like these, to rainfall, to rustling leaves, to the steady breathing of those they loved. Your brain is wired to recognize these patterns as signals of safety. As you listen, something remarkable happens in your mind. The sound of waves operates at a frequency between 0.1 and 0.2 Hz, matching almost perfectly with the rhythm of deep sleep breathing. Your body hears this and begins to synchronize. The way two pendulums hanging on the same wall will eventually swing together. Breath by breath, wave by wave, you're being guided into harmony with the ocean itself. The ocean speaks in what scientists call pink noise. Unlike the harsh static of white noise, which contains all frequencies at equal intensity, pink noise is softer, deeper, with more energy in the lower frequencies. It sounds like rain, like wind through trees, like waves on sand. Studies have shown that pink noise doesn't just mask other sounds, it actually enhances the slow brain waves that occur during deep sleep, the delta waves that restore and heal your body. Consider the beach where our imaginary waves are breaking. The sound you hear isn't just one thing. It's layers upon layers. There's the initial crash as the wave peaks and tumbles forward, white water churning. Then the rush as millions of gallons of water slide up the sand, each grain creating its own tiny whisper. Finally, the gentle retreat, the backwash pulling pebbles and shells in a rattling symphony. This complexity gives your mind something to focus on, a gentle anchor that prevents it from wandering to tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets. Your brain processes this sound in the auditory cortex, but the effects spread much further. The repetitive nature of waves activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of you responsible for rest and digestion, for calm and recovery. It's the opposite of fight or flight. Heart rate slows. Blood pressure drops. Muscles release tension they've held all day. Your body is remembering what it feels like to be safe. There's a reason we call it being in the zone or going with the flow. The ocean's rhythm can induce what researchers call a meditative or trance-like state. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that plans and worries and analyzes, begins to quiet down. Meanwhile, your default mode network, the part that activates during rest and introspection, lights up. You're not quite awake, not quite asleep. You're floating in between. The sound of waves also triggers the release of neurochemicals that promote relaxation. Serotonin, often called the happiness chemical, increases. Dopamine, which regulates pleasure and reward, finds its balance. Most importantly, cortisol, the stress hormone that keeps you alert and anxious, begins to decrease. Wave by wave, your body is being chemically prepared for sleep. Imagine now that you can see these waves, rolling in from far out at sea. They've traveled hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles to reach the shore. They began as ripples, perhaps from a storm in the middle of the ocean, and they've carried that energy across vast distances. There's something profound about this. The sound you're hearing now is the echo of events that happened far away, long ago. It connects you to something larger than yourself, and in that connection, your own troubles seem smaller, more manageable. The ocean operates on multiple timescales simultaneously. There are the small waves, arriving every few seconds, the ones you consciously hear and count. But beneath those are larger swells, the sets that arrive every few minutes. And beneath those are tides, pulled by the moon, operating on a 12-hour cycle. And beneath even those are seasonal patterns, storm seasons, calm seasons. Your brain perceives this complexity, and it's soothing because it's natural, because it's been this way for longer than humans have existed. Scientists have discovered that natural sounds like ocean waves activate the part of your brain associated with outward-focused attention. This might seem counterintuitive for sleep, but it's actually crucial. When your attention is gently directed outward, toward the waves, it's not turning inward, toward anxiety or rumination. You're listening to the ocean instead of listening to your own thoughts, and in that shift, peace arrives. The waves also provide something called acoustic masking. They don't just cover up other sounds like traffic or voices, they do so in a way that feels organic and unforced. The randomness within the pattern, the slight variation from wave to wave, means your brain doesn't tune it out the way it might tune out a mechanical hum. It remains engaged just enough to stay distracted from disruptions, but not so much that you're kept awake. There's a phenomenon called entrainment, where your biological rhythms synchronize with external rhythms. Your breath matches the waves. Your heart rate aligns with the swells. Even your brain waves, those electrical pulses that determine your state of consciousness, begin to slow and deepen to match the pattern of the sea. You become, in a sense, part of the ocean's rhythm. You're no longer fighting to fall asleep. You're being carried there. Consider the negative ions present in ocean air. When waves crash, they release these negatively charged particles into the atmosphere. Research suggests that negative ions may increase serotonin levels, improving mood and reducing stress. Even though you're not physically at the beach, the mental image combined with the sound can trigger similar relaxation responses in your brain, as your mind doesn't always distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. The predictability of waves offers something precious, a sense of control in an unpredictable world. Each wave will come. Each wave will go. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to manage it or fix it or improve it. The ocean will continue whether you're awake or asleep, and there's deep comfort in that reliability. Your nervous system recognizes this pattern and interprets it as safety. Humans have always been drawn to water. Some researchers believe this is evolutionary, that our ancestors who settled near water sources had better chances of survival. Others point to the time we spend in the womb, surrounded by amniotic fluid, listening to the rhythmic whoosh of our mother's heartbeat and blood flow. The sound of waves may remind us, on some primal level, of that first safe place, before we knew stress or fear or sleeplessness. As waves roll in, they engage what's called bilateral stimulation. If you imagine the sound moving from left to right and back again, or picture waves coming from different angles, it creates a subtle side-to-side effect in your perception. This bilateral pattern is similar to what happens during REM sleep and is used therapeutically to process stress and trauma. Even just listening can have a gentle, healing effect. The absence of sudden loud noises and wave sounds is crucial for sleep maintenance. While a car horn or door slam can jolt you awake, waves maintain a consistent volume range. Even the loudest crash falls within an expected spectrum. Your brain learns this quickly and stops maintaining high alert. The vigilance that keeps you partially awake, scanning for threats, finally powers down. Think about the darkness that accompanies these waves in your mind. Perhaps it's twilight, or the deep blue of night. Darkness triggers the release of melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. Even imagining darkness while listening to waves can enhance this effect. Your pineal gland responds to the absence of light, flooding your system with the chemical signal that it's time to sleep. The waves also provide a form of auditory privacy. They create a sound environment where you don't have to hear other things, where you're cocooned in this rolling, rushing protection. For people who live in cities, who are used to sirens and voices and constant stimulation, this sonic shelter is invaluable. You're not in your bedroom anymore. You're somewhere timeless and borderless. There's a mathematical beauty to waves called fractal patterns. Each wave contains smaller patterns within it, and those contain even smaller patterns, repeating at different scales. This self-similarity is found throughout nature, in coastlines, in clouds, in trees. Human beings find fractal patterns inherently relaxing and aesthetically pleasing. Our brains evolved in natural environments filled with these patterns, and we still respond to them with a sense of rightness, of being where we belong. The temperature of the imagined scene matters too. Picture cool, moist air against your skin. Studies show that a slight drop in body temperature facilitates sleep. While you're not actually at the beach, the visualization combined with the sound can trigger similar physiological responses. Your body might even lower its temperature slightly in response to the mental imagery. Waves also create what's called a soft fascination. This is different from hard fascination, which requires effort and concentration, like reading or watching television. Soft fascination allows your mind to engage gently without strain. You can pay attention to the waves or let them fade into the background. Either way, they're doing their work, providing just enough stimulation to prevent restless thoughts but not so much that they demand your focus. The sound of the ocean connects you to something infinite. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet. It's been here for billions of years. It will be here long after we're gone. In the face of this vastness, your individual worries and stresses become contextualized. You're a small part of something enormous, and instead of making you feel insignificant, it makes you feel held, embraced by something much larger and older than any single concern. For those who practice meditation, the waves provide a natural point of focus, similar to watching breath or repeating a mantra. When your mind wanders, you simply return your attention to the sound. There's no judgment, no failure. The waves don't stop if you lose focus. They're patient. They'll wait. And gradually, the space between thoughts grows longer. The silence between mental chatter deepens. The waves you're hearing also have no semantic content. They don't mean anything. They're not trying to tell you something or convince you of anything. Unlike music, which can trigger emotions and memories, or voices, which engage your language centers, waves are pure sound. This allows your linguistic and analytical mind to rest. The parts of your brain that process meaning, that interpret and analyze, can finally take a break. Research into binaural beats and sound therapy has shown that certain frequencies can influence brainwave states. While ocean waves aren't precisely tuned like binaural beats, they naturally contain a range of frequencies that encourage alpha and theta brain waves, the frequencies associated with deep relaxation and the early stages of sleep. Your brain, hearing these frequencies, begins to mirror them. There's also the element of timelessness. When you listen to waves, you can't tell if you've been listening for 5 minutes or 50. Time becomes fluid, elastic. This temporal disorientation is actually helpful for sleep. When you stop tracking time, stop calculating how many hours you have left before the alarm goes off, the pressure to fall asleep lifts. And paradoxically, when you stop trying to sleep, sleep comes more easily. The waves remind you that some things are beyond your control, and that this is okay. You cannot stop the tide. You cannot speed it up or slow it down. All you can do is witness it. This lesson in surrender, in letting go, is essential for sleep. Sleep cannot be forced or commanded. It must be allowed. The waves teach you this with every rise and fall. Consider also the complete absence of human voices in the pure sound of waves. No one is asking anything of you. No one needs a response. There are no social cues to interpret, no emotional labor to perform. You are released from the constant low-level stress of social awareness. You can simply be, without performance or explanation. The ocean's presence in human culture spans every civilization. We write poetry about it, paint it, dream of it. It appears in creation myths and end times prophecies. This collective human relationship with the sea means that when you hear waves, you're tapping into something archetypal, something that resonates in the collective unconscious. You're not alone in finding comfort here. Millions of humans across thousands of years have stood where you're standing now, have listened to what you're listening to, and have felt the same peace. As your body relaxes into sleep, the waves continue. Your conscious mind may drift away, but on some level, you're still listening. The sound becomes woven into your dreams. You might dream of water, of floating, of being carried. These dreams are often peaceful, restorative. The ocean has followed you into sleep and is guarding your rest. The rhythm of waves also matches the rhythm of walking. Studies have shown that the cadence of a comfortable walk, about 120 steps per minute, is naturally soothing to humans. Waves arriving roughly every 6 to 8 seconds create a similar pattern. It's as if you're walking along an endless beach in your mind, each step accompanied by the arrival of another wave, a meditation in motion even as you lie completely still. There's a concept in psychology called restoration theory, which suggests that natural environments help us recover from mental fatigue. While cities and modern life demand directed attention, constantly requiring us to focus on specific tasks while ignoring distractions, natural settings allow for effortless attention. The waves don't demand anything. They restore your depleted capacity for focus simply by giving your attention a place to rest. The waves also engage what researchers call the blue mind effect. This is the idea that being near, in, on, or underwater makes us happier, healthier, and more connected. The color blue itself is associated with calm and serenity. Even imagining blue water while listening to waves can trigger these associations in your brain, releasing the neurochemical benefits of actual water exposure. As you sink deeper into relaxation, your muscles enter a state called muscle atonia, a natural paralysis that prevents you from acting out your dreams. The waves support this process by maintaining an environment of absolute safety. There are no sudden sounds to trigger a startle response, no irregularities to keep your muscles tense and ready. The ocean gives your body permission to completely let go. The sound of waves has been used therapeutically for conditions like anxiety, PTSD, and insomnia. This isn't New Age mysticism, it's neuroscience. The consistent, predictable pattern helps regulate an overactive nervous system. For minds that are used to scanning for danger, that have been in survival mode for too long, the waves provide evidence that right now, in this moment, everything is okay. The danger has passed. It's safe to sleep. Consider the moisture in the air of your imagined scene. Salt spray, ocean mist. The sensation of humidity can be soothing, reminiscent of warm baths or steamy showers, both of which trigger relaxation responses. Your body associates moisture with comfort, with being cared for, and these associations support the journey into sleep. The waves you're hearing are also connected to the moon, to gravity, to forces that operate on a cosmic scale. The same force that holds planets in orbit creates these tides. Listening to waves connects you to these vast physical laws, to the fundamental forces of the universe. You're part of this system, subject to these same forces, and there's something deeply calming about recognizing your place in it all. Finally, as sleep approaches, the waves begin to change. They're no longer something you're listening to, but something you're part of. The boundary between you and the sound dissolves. You are the wave. You are rising and falling. You are foam on water, water on sand, sand returning to sea. The distinction between observer and observed disappears, and in that disappearance, you find the deepest rest. The ocean will continue. The waves will keep arriving, keep departing. Your consciousness may fade, but the pattern persists, a constant companion through the night. Let the next wave carry you deeper. And the next. And the next. Each one taking you further from wakefulness, further into peace. There is nothing you need to do. The waves will do the work. All you need to do is listen, breathe, and allow yourself to be carried into the gentle darkness of sleep. The ocean is patient. It has waited millions of years. It can wait for you to let go. Wave after wave after wave. Until there is only the sound. Only the rhythm. Only sleep. You're still here, floating on this endless ocean of sound. Let's journey deeper together, exploring more of why these waves hold such power over your restless mind. The ocean contains a quality called acoustic richness, layers upon layers of frequency that your ears detect even when your conscious mind does not. Within each crash, there are the deep bass frequencies of moving water, the mid-range sounds of bubbles forming and popping, and the high frequencies of spray and mist. This full spectrum of sound gives your auditory system a complete sensory meal, satisfying it so fully that it stops searching for other stimulation. Scientists studying circadian rhythms have found that consistent environmental sounds help regulate your internal clock. The unwavering pattern of waves, arriving whether it's midnight or noon, provides temporal anchoring. Your body begins to understand that this sound means rest, means darkness, means safety. Over time, just hearing waves can trigger the same cascade of sleep chemistry, a Pavlovian response that grows stronger with each listening. There's a phenomenon in music therapy called isochronic entrainment, where regular pulses guide your brain into specific states. Ocean waves create a natural version of this, with each wave acting as a pulse. The spacing between waves, typically 6 to 12 seconds, falls perfectly within the range that encourages theta brain waves, the frequency associated with deep meditation, creativity, and the threshold of sleep. Consider the ancient human practice of rocking. Mothers rock babies. We rock ourselves when distressed. Ships rock on the ocean. This motion activates the vestibular system in your inner ear, which is intimately connected to balance, spatial awareness, and emotional regulation. While you're lying still, the mental image of waves creates a psychological rocking sensation. Your brain receives signals of gentle motion, and your nervous system responds with the same calming effect as physical rocking. The waves also demonstrate what physicists call harmonic oscillation, a natural swinging back and forth that requires no energy to maintain. A pendulum, a swing, a wave, they all share this quality of perpetual motion within their system. Your breath is also a harmonic oscillator. When you synchronize your breath with the waves, you're aligning two natural rhythms, creating resonance, the way two piano strings tuned to the same note will vibrate together. Deep within the ocean sound, there are what acousticians call masking frequencies. These aren't just covering other noises, they're filling in gaps in the auditory spectrum that your brain might otherwise focus on. Silence, for some people, is activating because the brain starts creating its own sounds, phantom noises, or begins hypervigilant listening for threats. The waves occupy that space completely, leaving no room for auditory anxiety. There's wisdom in the randomness within the pattern. No two waves are exactly alike. This variability prevents habituation, the process where your brain starts ignoring a repetitive stimulus. A clock's tick might fade from your awareness, but waves never quite do. They maintain just enough unpredictability to keep your attention gently engaged, but never enough to startle or alert you. This balance is exquisite, refined by millions of years of natural processes. The ocean teaches us about impermanence. Each wave arrives, exists for a moment, then dissolves back into the sea. This mirrors the Buddhist concept of anicca, the impermanence of all things. Your thoughts are like waves too. They arise, they exist, they pass away. Fighting them, trying to hold onto them or push them away, creates suffering. Watching them like waves, allowing them to come and go naturally, creates peace. The sound becomes a meditation on letting go. Your brain processes the sound of waves in multiple regions simultaneously. The auditory cortex handles the basic processing. The hippocampus, involved in memory, recognizes the pattern. The amygdala, your emotional center, registers safety. The prefrontal cortex, normally busy with planning and problem solving, finally quiets. And the insula, which processes internal body states, notes the slowing heart rate and deepening breath. Your entire brain is coordinating to support one single purpose: rest. There's a concept in environmental psychology called prospect and refuge theory. Humans feel most relaxed when they can see out but feel protected. Think of a cave with a view, or a porch overlooking a garden. The sound of waves creates an auditory version of this. You can hear out to the distant horizon where waves are born, but you feel sheltered, as if you're safely inland listening from a protected space. This triggers deep evolutionary feelings of security. The chemical composition of ocean air, even when imagined, has effects on your body. Sea air contains magnesium, which can be absorbed through the skin and lungs. Magnesium is crucial for sleep. It regulates neurotransmitters and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. While you're not physically breathing ocean air, the vivid imagination of it, combined with deep breathing, can trigger similar relaxation responses through the mind-body connection. Consider the concept of grounding or earthing, the idea that connecting with the Earth's natural energy promotes well-being. The ocean is perhaps the ultimate ground, covering most of our planet, connected to everything. Listening to waves is a form of auditory grounding, reconnecting you to the fundamental rhythms of the planet itself, to something stable and eternal beneath the chaos of daily life. The waves also create what's called a sound bath, completely surrounding you with vibration. Sound is, after all, vibration traveling through air. When you're immersed in wave sounds, every particle of air around you is oscillating in this pattern. In a sense, you're being gently massaged by sound waves, a subtle but real physical phenomenon that relaxes tension you didn't even know you were holding. There's research showing that natural sounds activate the parasympathetic nervous system more effectively than silence or artificial sounds. Brain scans reveal decreased activity in the brain's default mode network, the part responsible for rumination and self-referential thinking, when people listen to natural sounds. The waves literally quiet the voice in your head, the constant narrator and judge that so often prevents sleep. The ocean's rhythm also matches what sleep researchers call sleep pressure, the biological drive to sleep that builds throughout the day. As you listen, each wave adds to this pressure, gently, incrementally, like sand filling an hourglass. You don't notice it happening, but slowly, inevitably, the balance tips towards sleep. The waves don't force this, they simply support what your body already wants to do. Think about the color spectrum of ocean sounds. While we talk about white noise and pink noise, ocean waves are truly a rainbow of acoustic colors. There's brown noise in the deep rumble, pink in the middle frequencies, white in the spray and hiss. This diversity means that almost everyone can find something soothing in wave sounds, regardless of their individual auditory preferences or sensitivities. The repetition of waves also serves as a form of cognitive offloading. Your working memory, which can only hold a few items at once, normally juggles thoughts, worries, plans, and observations. When you focus on the waves, you're giving your working memory a single, simple task: follow this sound. Everything else can be set down. The relief your brain feels from this reduction in cognitive load is profound. There's a neurological phenomenon called sensory gating, where your brain filters out irrelevant stimuli to focus on what's important. When you're trying to sleep in a noisy environment, this system is on high alert, analyzing every sound. Is that a threat? Do I need to respond? The consistent pattern of waves teaches your sensory gating system that it can relax. No analysis needed. No decisions to make. Just sound, endless and harmless. The ocean also connects to your sense of smell through memory and imagination. Perhaps you recall the salt air, the mineral scent of seaweed, the clean smell after a wave crashes. Scent is powerfully linked to memory and emotion through the olfactory bulb's direct connection to the limbic system. Even imagining ocean scents while listening can deepen relaxation by engaging multiple sensory pathways simultaneously. Wave sounds also help with what psychologists call thought stopping, interrupting cycles of anxious or obsessive thoughts. The sound provides a neutral point to return to when you notice your mind spiraling. Not as a battle against thoughts, but as a gentle alternative. The waves are always there, patient, offering a different focus whenever you need it. Consider how the ocean has no memory and no future. Each wave is complete in itself. It doesn't carry forward grudges from previous waves or anxiety about waves to come. It simply is. This presence, this nowness, is what mindfulness teachers point toward. The waves are teaching you, breath by breath, how to exist in this moment only. The sound also is what musicians call dynamics, variations in volume and intensity. A wave builds, crescendos, then falls away to near silence before the next begins. This dynamic range is more interesting than steady noise, but not so varying as to be disruptive. It's like listening to the breathing of the earth itself, steady but alive. There's evidence that exposure to natural sounds during sleep can improve sleep quality even if you're not consciously aware of them. The sounds may help maintain stable sleep stages, preventing the micro-awakenings that fragment rest. The ocean becomes a guardian, watching over your sleep, smoothing out disruptions before they fully wake you. The waves also create acoustic privacy in another way. They give you permission to make your own sounds. If you need to shift position, if your breathing is audible, if your stomach gurgles, these sounds disappear into the waves. There's no self-consciousness, no worry about disturbing others or being heard. You're free to simply be a body, with all its natural sounds and movements. Think about the mathematical infinity of the ocean. You could listen for a lifetime and never hear the same wave twice. This inexhaustibility means you'll never grow bored, never completely habituate. There's always something new within the familiar pattern, keeping your engagement fresh night after night after night. The ocean's presence in mythology and spirituality across cultures speaks to something deep in the human psyche. Water is purification, renewal, the source of life. On some symbolic level, listening to waves is a nightly baptism, washing away the day's accumulation of stress and leaving you clean and new for sleep. As we move into the deepest part of the night, into the furthest reaches of this journey, the waves continue their ancient work. You've been listening for hours now, and your body has learned this rhythm in its very cells. There's a concept in chronobiology called sleep debt, the accumulated hours of missed rest that your body keeps track of. The waves cannot erase this debt instantly, but they create the optimal conditions for your body to make payments on it. Each minute of quality sleep you achieve while listening is worth more than restless tossing, and over time, the debt diminishes. The ocean teaches us about cycles within cycles. Beyond the immediate waves, there are sets, groups of larger waves that arrive periodically. Beyond sets, there are tidal cycles. Beyond tides, there are seasonal patterns. And beyond those, there are climate cycles spanning decades and centuries. Your own sleep is part of cycles too, circadian rhythms, ultradian cycles within each night, monthly hormonal cycles. The waves remind you that you're part of these larger patterns, not fighting against nature but flowing with it. Research into sound therapy has revealed that certain natural sounds can help reset a dysregulated nervous system. For people whose stress response has been activated so long it's become their default state, the waves provide evidence of a different way to be. The consistency of the pattern, the absolute reliability, helps the nervous system remember what baseline actually feels like. The waves also engage what neuroscientists call cross-modal processing, when one sense influences another. Hearing waves, you might feel coolness, see blue, taste salt. This multisensory activation creates a more complete imaginative experience, making the relaxation response more robust. Your entire being is convinced you're at the ocean and responds accordingly. There's something profound about the ocean's indifference. It doesn't care if you sleep or don't sleep. It's not trying to help you. It's not aware of your existence. And yet, paradoxically, this indifference is comforting. The waves are not performing for you. They're real, autonomous, complete in themselves. This authenticity, this lack of artifice, is rare in our modern world and deeply soothing. Consider the geological timescale of the ocean. The water you're hearing has been cycling through this planet for billions of years, falling as rain, flowing through rivers, residing in ancient glaciers, rising as vapor, condensing in clouds. The hydrogen atoms in ocean water were forged in stars. You're listening to something literally cosmic in origin, and this perspective can shrink your immediate concerns to their proper, manageable size. The waves also demonstrate resilience and persistence. They arrive regardless of weather, regardless of human activity, regardless of anything. This persistence without urgency is a lesson. The waves aren't frantic or desperate. They simply continue. Your breath can be like this. Your heartbeat is like this. Persistence without strain. There's a therapeutic technique called safe place visualization, where you imagine a location where you feel completely secure. For many people, the ocean becomes this place. By listening to waves night after night, you're reinforcing this association, making it easier and faster to access that feeling of safety whenever you need it. The sound of waves has also been shown to improve what's called heart rate variability, the subtle variation in time between heartbeats. High heart rate variability is associated with better health, better stress resilience, and better sleep. The rhythm of waves encourages this healthy variation, keeping your cardiovascular system flexible and responsive rather than rigid. Think about how waves are created by wind, which is created by temperature differences, which are created by the sun. Every wave you hear is solar-powered, energy from our star transformed through atmosphere and ocean into this sound. You're listening to captured sunlight, and there's poetry in that. The ocean also represents the unconscious mind in psychology, vast, deep, containing everything that isn't immediately in awareness. Listening to waves is like listening to your own unconscious, to the deep currents that move beneath conscious thought. This can be profoundly relaxing, a sense of coming home to yourself. Wave sounds also help with what sleep doctors call sleep onset latency, the time it takes to fall asleep. By providing a consistent, predictable environment, waves reduce the variance in sleep onset time. Your body learns, when the waves begin, sleep follows. This conditioning becomes stronger each night. Consider the oxygen in ocean air. Oceans produce more than half the world's oxygen through phytoplankton. While you're not breathing actual ocean air, the deep, slow breathing you do while listening to waves increases oxygen saturation in your blood, which promotes relaxation and prepares your body for sleep's restorative processes. The waves also create what's called acoustic camouflage for your internal sounds. Your heartbeat, your digestion, the subtle creaks of your joints, normally these might be noticeable in silence, potentially anxiety-inducing. The waves mask them completely, letting your body do its work without your mind's interference or commentary. There's research suggesting that rhythmic sounds can help synchronize the firing of neurons in your brain, creating more efficient neural communication. While you sleep, your brain does critical maintenance work, consolidating memories, clearing metabolic waste, integrating the day's experiences. The waves support this process by keeping your neural environment organized and calm. Think about the democracy of waves. They arrive at every beach, every shore, regardless of wealth or nation or history. A wave in the Pacific sounds like a wave in the Atlantic. This universality means you're connected to every other person who has ever found comfort in this sound, across all time and geography. You're part of an ancient human tradition of finding peace by the water. The ocean teaches acceptance. You cannot negotiate with a wave. You cannot convince it to be different. It is what it is. This non-negotiable reality is actually freeing. So much of our stress comes from wanting things to be different than they are. The waves invite you to practice radical acceptance, even if just for these hours of listening. The sound also activates what's called the relaxation response, the opposite of the stress response, discovered by researcher Herbert Benson. This includes decreased metabolism, slower breathing, reduced muscle tension, and a sense of well-being. The waves are perhaps the most natural trigger for this response, requiring no training or technique, just listening. Finally, the waves remind you that endings and beginnings are the same thing. Each wave ends by becoming the next wave. The water that retreats is the water that will return. Death and rebirth, constantly, endlessly. Sleep itself is a little death, a release of the day's identity, and the waves promise that what you release will return transformed, renewed when you wake. The waves continue, always, eternal. You are held, you are safe, you are exactly where you need to be. Let go, let the ocean carry you, deeper, into the peaceful darkness. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, only this, only now, only waves. Sleep, blessed sleep, is here. There is a phenomenon in physics called resonance. When an object vibrates at its natural frequency, it requires very little energy to maintain the vibration. Your body has natural frequencies too, and the waves help you find them. When you resonate with the ocean's rhythm, being relaxed takes no effort. You're vibrating at your natural frequency of peace. The ocean contains what marine biologists call biological rhythms of the sea, the movements of plankton, the feeding patterns of fish, the migration of whales. All of these create subtle variations in the sound of waves, microtones that your ear cannot consciously detect but that add depth and richness to what you hear. You're listening not just to water, but to life itself, to the heartbeat of the living ocean. Consider how waves interact with different surfaces. On sand, they create a soft, sighing sound. On pebbles, a rattling percussion. Against rocks, a deeper boom and splash. Even though you're hearing one type of wave tonight, your unconscious mind fills in these variations, creating an even richer soundscape in your imagination. Your brain becomes a collaborator with the ocean, co-creating your experience. There's a concept in neuroscience called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to change and adapt. Each night you listen to waves, you're actually rewiring your neural pathways, strengthening the connections between this sound and deep rest. Over time, this becomes automatic. The waves become a key that unlocks sleep instantly, and that key grows more powerful with each use. The ocean demonstrates what mathematicians call chaos theory, systems that are deterministic yet appear random, sensitive to initial conditions yet following overall patterns. Weather is chaotic. Ocean waves are chaotic. And yet there's structure within the chaos, fractals within fractals. Your mind, trying to predict the next wave, eventually gives up and simply accepts. This surrender to unpredictability is itself therapeutic, training you to release the need for control. Think about the pressure of water. Ocean water at depth exerts enormous pressure, yet fish that live there are perfectly adapted to it. They don't feel crushed, they feel normal. Similarly, you might feel pressure from stress, from obligations, from worries. But listening to the waves helps you adapt, helps you find equilibrium within your environment. The pressure doesn't disappear, but you learn to exist peacefully within it. The sound of waves also carries what acousticians call ambient dimensionality, the sense of space created by sound. You can hear how close or far the waves are, can sense the size of the beach, the expanse of the ocean. This dimensional quality makes the sound feel real and immersive, not flat or artificial. Your brain believes the space is real, and this belief allows for deeper relaxation into the imagined environment. There's research into something called auditory driving, where external rhythms can literally drive or entrain brainwave patterns. Shamanic drumming uses this principle. Chanting uses this principle. Ocean waves are nature's version, with a rhythm that's been entraining human brainwaves for as long as humans have existed. You're tapping into something ancient, a technology older than civilization. Consider the concept of liminal spaces, thresholds between one state and another. The beach is a liminal space, between land and sea. The sound of waves exists in a liminal acoustic space, neither music nor noise, neither silence nor chaos. And you, listening, are in a liminal state, between waking and sleeping. The waves honor this in-between place, making it safe, making it sacred. The ocean also teaches about energy transfer. A wave traveling across the ocean isn't moving water across that entire distance, it's transferring energy through water. The water mostly moves up and down while the energy moves forward. This is similar to how sleep works. You're not going anywhere, but energy and healing are moving through you, doing their restorative work while your body remains still. Wave sounds can help reduce what sleep researchers call cortical arousal, the activation level of your brain's outer layer where conscious thought occurs. High cortical arousal means racing thoughts, hypervigilance, difficulty sleeping. The waves gradually lower this arousal, dimming the lights in the thinking parts of your brain, allowing the deeper, older, instinctive parts to take over. Think about the chemistry of seawater, not just salt, but dozens of minerals, trace elements, compounds created by living things. Ancient peoples believed the ocean had healing properties, and they weren't entirely wrong. The complexity of seawater mirrors the complexity of your own cellular fluids. On some level, listening to the ocean is like listening to your own body's inner ocean, the fluid environment in which every cell swims. The waves also demonstrate what engineers call damping, the dissipation of energy over time. A wave builds energy from the wind, travels across the ocean, then releases that energy when it breaks on shore. This is a model for healthy processing of stress. You build up tension during the day, then release it, let it break and dissipate like a wave on sand. The sound teaches your nervous system this pattern of accumulation and release. There's a concept in meditation called witness consciousness, observing your thoughts and sensations without identifying with them. The waves make this easier. You can witness them coming and going without being the waves. And by practicing this with the ocean, you learn to do it with your own mental activity. Thoughts come like waves. They're not you. They're weather passing through the sky of your mind. The ocean contains acoustic complexity that rivals any symphony. Within each wave are millions of micro-events, bubbles collapsing, water molecules sliding past each other, air being compressed and released. This complexity engages your auditory system fully, giving it such a complete meal that it stops being hungry for other stimulation. Satiation leads to satisfaction, which leads to rest. Consider how the ocean is always in balance, always seeking equilibrium. If a wave pushes water up the beach, gravity pulls it back. If wind creates swells, they eventually dissipate. The ocean is always self-correcting, always returning to balance. Your body wants this too, homeostasis, balance. The waves remind your physiology of its own self-correcting nature, encouraging it to find its equilibrium point. There's evidence that natural sounds can improve the glymphatic system, your brain's waste clearance system that's most active during sleep. This system clears out metabolic byproducts, including proteins associated with neurodegeneration. By promoting deeper, more stable sleep, the waves indirectly support this crucial cleaning process, keeping your brain healthy and clear. The waves also teach you about non-attachment. Try to hold onto a wave and it slips through your fingers. Try to push one away and another comes. The same with thoughts, with emotions, with the moments of your life. The ocean is teaching you the wisdom of non-grasping, of allowing things to be as they are, to come and go in their own time. Think about how sound is invisible. You cannot see the waves you're hearing, only imagine them. This invisibility is important. It keeps your visual cortex quiet, which is crucial for sleep. Too much visual stimulation, even from imagination, can prevent rest. Sound allows your eyes to truly close, inside and out. The rhythm of waves also corresponds to what chronobiologists call ultradian rhythms, biological cycles shorter than a day. Your sleep consists of 90-minute cycles of different stages. Your energy during the day rises and falls in similar cycles. The waves, arriving in sets and patterns, mirror these ultradian rhythms, helping your body stay in sync with its own natural cycling. In this final hour of the night, in the deepest darkness before dawn, the waves hold you with unwavering patience. Let's explore the last mysteries of why this sound brings such peace. There's a principle in traditional Chinese medicine called yin and yang, opposing yet complementary forces. The wave is both yin and yang. The building is yang, active, rising. The falling is yin, passive, yielding. Together they create wholeness. Your life too needs both, and listening to waves reminds your system that both are natural, both are necessary, both are beautiful. The ocean demonstrates what ecologists call ecological succession, how ecosystems change over time, usually moving toward greater complexity and stability. Each wave slightly alters the beach, moving sand, depositing shells. Over time, this creates something new. Similarly, each night of sleep is slightly altering you, and over time, these small changes compound into transformation, into healing, into growth. Consider the concept of acoustic ecology, the relationship between living beings and their sonic environment. For millennia, humans lived within the acoustic ecology of nature: waves, wind, animal calls, rustling leaves. Modern life has disrupted this ecology with artificial sounds. Listening to waves is a return, a remembering of the acoustic environment your species evolved within. Your nervous system recognizes this and relaxes into ancestral familiarity. The waves also create what psychologists call a transitional object, something that provides comfort and security. Children have teddy bears and blankets. Adults can have sounds. The waves become a reliable friend, always there when you need them, consistent and trustworthy. This reliability builds trust in your environment, which is foundational for deep sleep. There's a phenomenon called auditory scene analysis, how your brain separates complex sounds into individual sources and events. With waves, this analysis is simple and satisfying. Unlike trying to sleep in a city where you're unconsciously analyzing car honks, voices, sirens, music, trying to make sense of acoustic chaos, with waves there's just one clear scene: ocean. This simplicity is cognitively restful. Think about the concept of deep time, geological time scales of millions and billions of years. The ocean has been making waves since it formed, over 4 billion years ago. The sound you're hearing is, in essence, unchanged across eons. You're connecting to something that predates humanity, that will outlast humanity, and this perspective can make your personal troubles feel less overwhelming, more temporary and manageable. The waves demonstrate what physicists call conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. The energy in a wave came from wind, which came from temperature differentials, which came from the sun. That energy transforms into sound, into heat, into the movement of sand. Your own energy works the same way. You're not losing energy when you sleep, you're transforming it, converting the depletion of wakefulness into the restoration of rest. There's research showing that consistent sleep rituals improve sleep quality over time. By making wave sounds part of your nightly routine, you're creating a powerful ritual. Rituals work because they signal to your unconscious mind what's coming next. The waves say, "Now is the time for sleep." And your body, recognizing the ritual, begins the shutdown sequence automatically. Consider how waves polish glass and smooth stones. What is rough becomes smooth through patient, repeated contact with water. Your nervous system is like this too. The rough edges of anxiety, the sharp corners of stress, the jagged surface of overstimulation, night by night, wave by wave, they're being smoothed, polished, gentled by this repetitive contact with calming sound. The ocean also represents what Jung called the collective unconscious, shared human psychological structures and symbols. Water appears in every culture's mythology, dreams, and symbolism, usually representing the unconscious, emotions, the unknown. By listening to ocean waves, you're engaging with this collective symbol, tapping into understanding and meaning that goes deeper than words, deeper than individual experience. Wave sounds can help with what's called sleep maintenance, staying asleep once you've fallen asleep. The consistent background sound prevents you from waking fully when you shift between sleep stages. It's like a safety net, catching you before you fall all the way back to wakefulness, gently returning you to deeper sleep. Think about the oxygen-hydrogen bonds in water molecules. These are among the strongest molecular bonds in nature, yet flexible enough to allow water to flow, to change state, to adapt to any container. Strength and flexibility together, this is what the waves teach. You can be both strong and yielding, both powerful and adaptable. There's a concept in sound healing called sonic nutrition, the idea that just as your body needs nutritional food, your nervous system needs acoustic nourishment. Modern acoustic pollution creates a kind of sonic malnutrition. The waves are pure acoustic nutrition, feeding your auditory system exactly what it evolved to consume, satisfying deep sensory hunger. The waves also model what's called appropriate effort, not too much, not too little. A wave doesn't try hard. It doesn't strain. It simply expresses the energy it contains, then releases. This is how sleep should be too. Not forcing, not striving, just allowing the natural process to unfold with appropriate, minimal effort. Consider the concept of phase transition, the change from one state to another, like water to ice or steam. Sleep is a phase transition, from wakefulness to unconsciousness. The waves support this transition, providing the energetic conditions that make the change possible. They're like the cooling that allows water to become ice, the necessary environmental condition for transformation. There's evidence that certain sound frequencies can influence gene expression, actually turning genes on or off. While the mechanisms aren't fully understood, it's clear that sound is not just entering your ears but affecting you at the cellular level. The waves are communicating with your body in languages older than language itself. The ocean teaches about abundance. There is always another wave. There will always be another wave. This infinite supply stands in contrast to the scarcity mindset that creates so much anxiety. There will always be another breath, another heartbeat, another chance. The waves prove this over and over, endlessly. Think about how waves create tide pools, small worlds left behind when the tide recedes. These pools become ecosystems of their own, entire communities living in spaces created by the waves. Your mind creates pools too, moments of stillness between thoughts, spaces of peace between worries. The waves teach you to notice and appreciate these pools, these gaps, these blessed pauses. Finally, the waves remind you that endings are illusions. Where does one wave end and the next begin? The boundary is arbitrary, a human construct. It's all one.